You can call me Moxie. I originally started this video in a bit of a script format during the beginning of April, and the theme of that video was mainly going to focus on transitions. It was going to cover some updates and some different creative areas I wanted to explore even further. However, as I started laying out this script, these bullet points of ideas, various changes and updates started happening on a few different social media platforms, mainly TikTok and Instagram. I know some people will know exactly what I'm talking about from point A all the way to the point we are now, and there will be people who will have no idea what I'm referring to. From the point even before the supposed TikTok ban and the way it escalated into the Restrict Act and everything in between. For the people that might have not known what was going on, I was trying to include information about the updates as they were happening in my script so I could explain them. But I found, as people who were on social media would know, the updates started happening very rapidly on both platforms. And so my script was just getting longer and longer, trying to specify what was going on, to the point where that sort of started to dominate what the video was and kind of straying from the original intention of my video. Beyond just the discussion of those topics, of the changes that were happening, there were several other points in my script that I will probably end up fleshing out and coming back in a different video with. Certain aspects of content creation and just my own personal life journey that I might discuss further. But coinciding with all of those changes that were happening on the social media platforms, and given the topic of my video was going to be about transitions, I was also going through various changes as well. I'm currently in the process of making a daytime career change, so balancing that with the new rules and things that I was learning about how to post on Instagram and what to do on TikTok. Despite the tumultuous energy, I had been doing pretty good mood-wise, thankfully. So although my mood was good, there was a period of time within that month of April I also did get kind of sick. I'm kind of just talking it out as I'm filming, and I'm just kind of reviewing everything that happened in the month of April, and I guess you could say a rest, a pause on my life kind of became necessary because of having to adapt to everything that was going on at that time. But what I can say as of today, feeling much more centered, I feel really good. I feel like I'm more comfortably settling into all the adaptations that needed to happen in April. Probably the most significant update as far as Awaken Moxie goes is, and I feel like there was some foreshadowing, I guess, in previous videos that you can see my progression. I've just continued to grow a deeper interest in all various aspects of art. The farther you go into learning about these things, the more and more you just become aware of how many different facets go into it that you never really thought of prior. And with the upcoming career change that I'm going to be looking into making, that will mean there will be less time for me to get to be creative, so I need to use that time wisely. I know with a few friends I've spoken to, when I bring up these things that I have planned for the future that I'd like to learn how to try to do, one of the first things that they naturally ask is, oh, are you getting sick of the OC content? Like, are you over it? And my honest, genuine reaction is no. For those that have seen a few of my earlier videos, I've mentioned that I'm a fan of absurdism, and I feel like for me to get by in this silly little life, I need to have a dose of absurdity every day, or I will go bonkers. And for me, the OC stuff, the fun that I have with those characters, they're sort of like the embodiment of absurdity for me. And so I love doing them. It brings me joy. So truly, if I had, I guess, the money, the time, and the capability to do this new career, continue my OC stuff, pursue these other things that I'll probably tell you guys about farther down the line, then I would do all three. But as it stands, as I learned through this transition from April to now, the only way I would ever make these other more intricate things that I have in my head is to be very intentional with them. When I started gaining interest in these other projects, I guess you could say my time was dedicated to half of my day job, 80% the fun OC stuff, and 20% learning more about other things. But yeah, so that's sort of how my pie chart of a day went. And as I mentioned, the more that I've been learning about that 20%, the more I get exposed to really how much work and detail goes into things like this, stuff that I've never tried before. And so now I feel like I need to rearrange that little pie chart so it will still be 50% day job, but now maybe 60% will be the new stuff and 40% will be dedicated to OC content, because I have fun doing all three. I know a majority of people that have come across me and Awaken Moxie have done so through my OCs, and I'm so thankful for the fun that you guys have with them. I'm so thankful for every kind comment, every heartfelt DM about how the characters have helped your day in any little way. I'm so thankful for it. And truly, a monumental reason I feel more fired up to try learning these other things that are outside of OC content is because of the kind encouragement that people have left just from the other things that they've seen me do. It's because of that really kind energy that people have given me that I feel it's like given me strength to try and keep learning new things. And it's a very crazy phenomenon to try to explain, but thank you. I apologize if this video is a bit choppy. I just really wanted to say what was on my mind and give an update, because by this point I couldn't really go over the entire Google Doc. Stuff is still updating really about the changes on social media sites, and it's a lot. This is what I wanted to say for where I am now. And as I've said from the beginning of Awaken Moxie, for whatever reason you're here, if it's for the OCs, if it's from the gaming, anything else in between, thank you for stopping by. I'm happy for as long as you decide to stay here. If you decide to leave and maybe you see me doing something further down the line and you come back, stay for a while, float off again. Whatever point we meet on this journey and for however long we're riding together, I'm happy for the time we're sharing. I'm feeling good, and I hope you are too. Thank you so much for listening. See you in the next video. Bye-bye!